I remember a kind man. He wasn't my grandpa, but he may as well have been. His name was Franz. Franz was such a wonderful man. He used to be an electrician. And we made fun of him because when Franz helped us with electricity, anything with electricity, even if it was 300 volts, he did it. Yeah, here's power. There's no measuring, no special gloves. But that was Franz. Franz's hands could create masterpieces. He lived in the staircase next to ours. And in a way, him and his wife became my grandparents. My grandparents of choice. Franz built a full rigger, a ship, with sails and all. He saw all the sails. He made all the ropes with sewing thread that he made into ropes. He carved the anchor in brass. He did it all to scale. The ship was about 120 centimeters long, about this high, in a glass cabinet. And he made all of it by hand. He carved the planks by hand and mounted them on the ship. He could create masterpieces. And Franz inspired me to work in wood. And Franz inspired my father to work with his hands and create masterpieces of a kind too. My father used to embroider. My friends, when he turned 90, we went up to his kitchen and we sat there, all the kids, his real grandkids, and me and my sister, we sat in the kitchen. We had home-baked cookies, we had coffee, we had lemonade, and we feasted. He made sure that on his 90th birthday, that we were the center of the attention. And when the afternoon came to an end, we went into the living room, and all of us sat down on the floor. All the kids sat down on the floor. And Franz is sitting in the rocking chair. At first he doesn't say anything. He just sits there. He enjoys sitting in the silence in front of those expectant kids. And he just sits there, and after a little while he starts rocking. And he starts talking to us. He shares his life with us. He shares stories of his beautiful life and his experience for 90 years. And then he said, "Mikael, do you know, when I met Vanda, my wife, I was 16 years old. And she was only 13. And I fell in love. I fell head over heels in love with that girl. And today, when I wake up and I see her for the first time that day, I fall in love again." He was 90 years old at that time. Franz and Wanda used to walk around downtown Mölndal, which was my home city, hand in hand. Small wooden stick on the outside, hand in hand on the inside. He was my hero. Franz taught me that there are stuff that in life that is worth fighting for. It's worth fighting for a love. is worth fighting for eternal love. For a love that lasts. Not everybody of us get to experience a love that lasts. Sometimes it feels easy to give it up. To not fight for it. Because the fight feels wrong. But they fought for their love. Their whole life. They fought for their love at the right time. At the right time, they fought for their love. And at the right time, they just loved. In the fall, 4 years later, Franz died. He just fell asleep, never woke up again. And less than 2 months later, Wanda died. She had no reason to live anymore. The love of her life, the man that she loved for almost 80 years, had just died. There was nothing for her left. She had her grandkids, she had her kids, but they had their own lives now. And it was time for her to leave. And she told us, it's time for me to leave. It's time for me to join Franz. My lesson to you all, with this story, is that there is a love that's worth fighting for. There is a love that is true, that have no demands other than to be reciprocated. And that, my friends, is love. Thank you.